Bots have been causing problems in YouTube comments sections for some time, seeming to take on a new form with each passing season.
They're probably using the bots to narrow down to channels that have a double comment block, and then they'll do a more fine-grained search from there.
You'll find this exact comment plastered on pretty much any video on the platform that has over 1,000 comments.
This time it is taking the form of old-fashioned financial fraud in an attempt to con people out of their money. But as I investigated this problem, it uncovered some aspects that I had never even considered. It started with this video about WNBA star Caitlin Clark helping a little girl who had a lemonade stand to raise money for cancer treatment.
WNBA star Caitlin Clark recently touched hearts in a story involving a young cancer patient.
The story ends with Clark offering to cover the girl's medical expenses. Except, it's not a real story. This is literally AI slop and fake news. That's not a slight against Clark. It just simply never happened. And yes, it is disheartening that this video has collected over 750,000 views. But looking through the comments, people believe it. I think because people want to believe it. But amongst the comments was this strange thread about an investment advisor that was helping people achieve financial freedom. And it kind of makes sense. Those who are naively willing to believe a story about Caitlin Clark simply because an AI voiceover told them it's true may also believe that these supposed strangers in the comments are having a genuine conversation about a financial advisor who has changed their lives. So what's the con? It's simple, really. They entice folks to contact this person via WhatsApp, and now it's up to the person on the other end to close the deal. They've already been primed to expect to invest a couple $1,000s and would likely be pressured to send as much money as possible. But it was when I saw this a second time, in the comments section of a vidIQ video about the YouTube algorithm, that I decided to really dig in. The financial advisor mentioned repeatedly in the thread is named Christine Elizabeth Lerma. So I popped that name into Google and found her supposed website as the top result. But most of the pages that were shown were more YouTube videos with these comment threads. But let's start with the website. The site is fairly bare bones. There's a Gmail account rather than a business domain email address. The text indicates that she has 21 years of experience as a broker and currently works for Goldman Sachs. Perhaps this is a new tactic at Goldman to use botted YouTube comments to market their services, but somehow I doubt it. The phone number is an Illinois area code, which is consistent with what was said in the comments, but is a different number than was pitched there, as that is actually a Minnesota number, and the address given is in Southern California. Next, I decided to search the address in Google, and it turns out there is a Goldman Sachs office there, but the name tied to it was John Kelvin Connors.
His name is Connor. John Connor.
Through a little more poking around, I found a Christine Kapp that worked at that office, and when looking up her credentials, discovered that she had also been licensed under the name Christine Elizabeth Lerma. This was quite a surprise. What is actually going on here? After searching a bit more, I came to find that Christine Kapp is likely the married name of the former Christine Lerma. I was able to track her down, and simply her photos don't match the girl on the website. It turns out that we have a bit of a catfish that is impersonating a real investment advisor and using just enough real information to make things seem legit. I need to say something important here. At this point in the research, I realized that there are real people who are involved through no fault of their own. These scammers are impersonating them in an attempt to solicit funds from naive victims. Please leave these folks alone. And yes, I am using the plural because it isn't just Christine. Going back to the website, I did an image search. It looks like a stock photo, but I wanted to see if I could get any hits, and in fact, I found another page. This one for Renee Marie Harrison, who works for Truist Investment Services. Once again, Googling the address brought up a Truist Bank branch at that address, and searching the name did result in a YouTube comment section that included another thread. You could even see consistencies in certain typos in the course of the messages. The SEC does in fact have records of an investment advisor by that name. I would like to point out this disclaimer on the SEC website. It would appear that it is a known issue that scammers will use the names of real brokers. Poking around a little more led me to another name, Mary Margaret Shimweg. This is her fake website, and this is her photo on Pexels, a stock image website. This comment thread was on the weirdest video I've seen so far. Again, it has an AI voice, but the content appears to be nonsense.
A witch thought she was safe. When she handed over your secrets, she believed his family would be her armor, her refuge from the chaos she feared. But she didn't understand. Your name isn't just a label, it's a crown, a force that bends the world to its will.
This is not out of context. This is how the video begins. Finally going back to where this started, the name in the Caitlin Clark video is Evelyn Vera. This is her fake website. These social media links go nowhere. The real Evelyn Vera works for Morgan Stanley. At this point, I did stop looking, but I can only imagine how many more real investment brokers are having their names stolen in an attempt to con people out of their money. It's time for YouTube to step up and handle moderation for this type of comment scam. In addition to the potential victims who may send these people their hard-earned money, there are also real victims in the form of these investment advisors that are being impersonated. They can suffer significant reputational damage in an industry where trust is crucial. In the past, we have seen that YouTube is able to automate this sort of comment moderation, but only after we, the users, make enough noise.
This isn't stuff that anybody on YouTube should have to be doing. Make no mistake, this is YouTube's job. They have a trust and safety team.
And while channel owners have the ability to moderate their comment sections, YouTube shares a significant portion of that responsibility, particularly with regards to these AI channels. So what can you do to help? Publicly tweet at Team YouTube on X/Twitter. Let them know that you think this is an issue that is worth their time and send them this video. This seems to be the most reliable way of getting YouTube's attention. Please share this video wherever you feel is appropriate. Finally, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe so that we can get as much support in the algorithm as this little channel can muster. Thank you.